Hey guys, I am making some chicken fried steak tonight. I have cube steaks. I'm just gonna sprinkle some seasoning on there. This stuff is so good. I got it at Walmart. You can pretty much get it anywhere. So then I'm going to first put it in a flour mix. Make sure it gets all in those crevices. Flip it over. I probably should have seasoned both sides of the meat, but honestly, this stuff, Kentucky Colonel, seasoned flour, you don't need it. That stuff is amazing. I've used it on all kinds of chicken. Now I'll put it in my egg wash. So you have flour, egg wash. I'm actually going to do these one at a time so I can make sure to get the next flour coat really, really good. So then I flour again. I'm going to put them back on my cutting board, so that I can spray them really good before I put them in the foodie. Shake off the excess flour. So I'm going to do that with all 4 of these. Spray them down really good with oil, and then I'm going to stick them in the fryer. Actually, before I forget, I'm going to go ahead. Oh, I'm unplugged. Okay, I'm going to plug that in right now. Preheat it at 375. Go ahead and get that warmed up before I need to put these in there. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I sprayed those both sides with oil to make sure the oil the flour is all sprayed with the oil, so you don't have any raw flour. It's kind of gross. I'm not real sure how those parts are going to do that I scraped it off of, but that's okay. So it's in the air fryer. I set it to 22 minutes. And I'm going to close that and get those started. 22 minutes. And that's going. So over here I have about 6 medium-sized potatoes. I cut them up. I put them on a steaming basket and pour the water underneath it because it makes the potatoes have a better consistency, in my opinion. So I'm going to put that lid on, seal that valve, and I'm going to pressure cook these for 6 minutes. So while that's cooking, I'm going to have me a glass of wine, and I'll be back in a little bit. There's 22 minutes, flipping halfway. Oh, and my crust came off. I'm going to eat that. Don't judge me. Pretty sure I sprayed them enough, but it just happens sometimes. It happens when I pan fry them too. So my potatoes are pressure cooking. I'm going to go ahead and put this second round of steaks in. I'm also making some gravy after this, so stay tuned. Okay, so the potatoes are done. I took them out, drained the water that was in the bottom of the Instant Pot, put them back in there, added lots of butter, salt, pepper, a little milk, blended those up, added a little more salt and pepper to taste just until it is how you like it. And then I mixed them up with a beater. So now I'm going to do some gravy. I started off at a medium heat. I'm going to melt this butter right here. In this container I have Kentucky Colonel. I actually cut it with a little bit of flour just because I was nervous if it was going to make it too flavored from the seasoning from the Kentucky Colonel, although that stuff is amazing. I just ate that piece of breading that had fallen off, and holy crap, it's so good. So I'm going to fill this up with milk. Snap my lid on. Make sure you get a container that's airtight. It's not going to make messes. Shake that up really, really, really good. We like a lot of gravy, so that's why I use so much flour, but if you just want a little bit, you can use less. I am going to add more milk to this once it's in the pan and starts cooking. So as soon as this butter melts, I thought I was going to do it a little faster than that, I'm going to pour that in and start whisking. These are my copper chef pans, so I have to use, I'm not touching it with the metal spoon. I have to use plastic rubber coated whisk so that I don't scratch my pans. These are amazing too, by the way. They don't stick. Cleaning out freaking eggs after you make scrambled eggs is so easy. Love them. All right, so as soon as that melts, I'm going to pour that in and I'll be back. All right, the butter's melted. So I'm going to go ahead and slowly pour this in. I used to actually make my flour with, or make my gravy with fat from whatever I was cooking, the leftover oil and grease and stuff, but it's really heavy on your stomach. It'll make me sick, so I discovered this little trick. So it's starting to thicken up a little bit. It's thickening up already. You want to try to make sure you get all the lumps out early on. You pretty much have to stir this constantly until it's done. Once it starts thickening, it starts getting real thick, I'm going to pour a little bit of more milk in, stir some more until it gets real good, perfect consistency, and then I'll take it away from the heat. And that'll be ready. I guess this is kind of something you want to watch while I'm doing the whole thing, so this might be a longer video than I thought. I don't know if you can see it, but I can feel it getting thicker. And make sure and scrape all the sides and edges and all on the bottom. See right here? So that's getting thick. Alright, so now I'm going to add some more milk. Turn the heat down a little bit. Keep stirring. Stir pretty quickly once it starts getting thick like that, or you'll get lumps. And it looks like I'm actually already getting lumps. That's what happens when you make videos while you're cooking. That's alright though. Looks like most of the lumps are going away. And turn it back up. I've also used like the packet of gravy that you just like add milk to. It's super easy. It's not, of course, not nearly as good as making it yourself, but it does work if this is too much trouble for you. Because to be honest, my arm hurts right now. Alright, so I'm going to let that simmer a little bit. See these little lumps right here? I'm try to whisk those real fast. But pretty constantly scrape the whole bottom of the pan. See, that's getting real thick over here. Alright. It's about where you turn off the heat. And still stir it for a little bit. Make sure all those lumps get worked in and everything that's thick doesn't stick to the bottom. Go ahead and turn that off. And to slow it down, I'm going to add just a little more milk. And that's the gravy. Just get it to the consistency you like. Some people like a little more runny gravy. I like mine pretty thick. Makes it stay on the potatoes better. I actually make a little boat out of my potatoes and like a pool in the middle so it can hold more gravy because I like my gravy. And that is pretty perfect right there. All right, gravy's done. I'm gonna take that off the heat. And I think my chicken fried steaks are done, so next thing you'll see will be my plated meal. Deliciousness. We got the mashed potatoes. All that steam, yum. We got 30 seconds left on these. I'll go ahead and open it. So there's the chicken fried steak. Looking perfect. Make some corn in the microwave. And that's it. Hope y'all enjoyed that. Hope y'all enjoy your meal. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and come back for more. Thanks.